week, we're giving ecotourism travel tips that we can do after the pandemic. I cannot stress this enough. But it's super important for us to talk what about exactly is ecotourism? So these are trips that we can take for leisure, but also aims to preserve the environment and the culture of the place you go. For example, if you go to a park, if you go to a natural reserve, if you pay an entrance fee or a guide, you're basically helping the local economy to maintain itself and in this way preserve the park or reserve that you're going to visit. And today we brought a very cool tip. It's called Pico das Agulhas Negras in Brazil. So Enrico, tell us a bit about this Pico das Agulhas Negras.
So the Brazilian Institute of Geography and Statistics, IBGE, classifies Pico das Agulhas Negras as the 50th highest summit in Brazil, with an estimated altitude of about 2,790 meters. It is located at the Serra da Mantiqueira, on the border between the states of Rio de Janeiro and Minas Gerais, inside the Itatiaia National Park.
Oh, it was beautiful, right, man? So, when you arrive at the park at the entrance, it's amazingly beautiful already. And right after that, after the entrance, you have a walk of about 3 kilometers of pure beauty. And the biggest advice that we can give you at this point is choose a sunny day. A sunny day. After this part of 3 kilometers of walk is over, you start to have some uphill climbs. And then clearly we have here handsome Enrico with all the moves, rocking this mountain. So do you have something to say about yourself, Enrico?
No, Bruno, thank you very much. Your compliment is enough.
But then, this was the expectation that I had for myself, right? I was going to climb like Enrico, but clearly the reality is completely different for me. But it's unfair, okay? Because Enrico has much more experience climbing rocks than me.
Hey Bruna, no problem. Don't put too much pressure on yourself. It was your first attempt. Okay.
Oh, thank you. But after this first climb, the tour has these beautiful panoramic views, and this is just the first one.
One quick thing that we need to understand is that the Itatiaia National Park has a lot of these mountains of higher altitudes. So it is divided into a high part and a low part. Pico das Agulhas Negras, for example, is at the higher part of the park. Each of these parts has its own entrance of visitors, and each entrance is very far away from each other. Also, if you feel like doing the peak or any of the other trails in the park, certainly hire a guide. Please hire a guide, someone who has experience, who in addition to encourage the economy, as Bruna said, the local economy, you do everything much safer. For example, when we went, we hired Felipe, better known as the Beast of the Mountain.
Oh boy. But we're gonna put his Instagram down here if you want to contact him, because guys, he's incredible. And take a look at me now. I'm doing it. I'm learning. I'm climbing the rope. Oh yeah.
You got it.
But something that is super cool during the climb is this incredible viewpoint that you can stop to have a snack and register the wonderful look. Priceless. And after that pit stop comes the most punk part of the trip, where you put the climbing equipment to climb to the highest point of the mountain.
Yes, but the thing is that while some people prepare the equipment, other people prefer to take a nap.
Oh, come on, man. I was tired and I helped later, okay?
Yeah, for sure. You help you to eat the rest of the snacks.
Yum, yum. But guys, seriously, this scene here that Felipe is going down slowly with the rope was one of the most tense parts, that you had to wait for him to put the equipment on properly and then go up to the highest peak. But seriously, it was worth every second.
And with the equipment assembled, then the moment of truth has arrived, up to about 2,790 meters high. And finally, we are here!
Woohoo! We're here! Oh yeah! It was so cool. And in addition to completing the climb, we recorded our adventure in the Peak Book, which is inside a box protected from rain, wind, where all adventurers who reach the top can leave their mark.
So that was the moment when Bruno thanked Gaia and the world for reaching the top.
And Enrico dedicated the climb to his sister.
And then it was the time to go home. And it's the moment that we realize that we only completed half of the challenge. The descent was still missing.
Oh yeah. But seriously, this was a really cool trip. And we wanted to reinforce that this type of experience is really important, exactly for you to continue to preserve these wonderful natural areas and also part of the historical culture of Brazil in this case.